I did a video earlier this year on the Denali HD, and I was pretty honest. I said that this truck is kind of boring. And I said that GM needs to do something fresh for this nameplate. Now, obviously we now have a Denali Ultimate. I think the AT4 is the best trim, and they probably should add an AT4 Ultimate trim level soon. But this trim level kind of started it all. When they brought out the Denali nameplate, it was a game changer. But today, it's just another truck. I borrowed this truck from Jerry Seiner GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. This truck is available for sale. It is a really nice spec. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see pricing and some of the features on it. At the very top is the description with the colors. So titanium rush metallic, and it has a brown stone interior. And then here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause. Base price comes in at $75,000 even. You guys see the DURAMAX diesel, Denali reserve package for $2335. It also has the PowerSteps fifth wheel prep package. Titanium rush was $495. High idle switch, trailer tire pressure. Destination is $2195 with a total price of $91,810. When you consider that this is the second highest trim level, it should be one of the best sellers, right? Because the Denali Ultimates are still selling pretty well. I see a lot more of the regular Denalis than I do those, and these cost significantly less. Now, here's why GM should have listened to me. I think that for 2025, and maybe they can do it for 2026, they used to have the black diamond package, and it wasn't nothing special. I mean, all they did was just give you like black wheels. That's all they did, and maybe something else, I think. But it wasn't anything special, but it did break up all the chrome. Now, I know some people do still like chrome, and they should still offer the Denali in this way. But if they added a package to really bring newer buyers, it would really help them move these trucks, because a lot of people don't like the chrome. And I'm not really 100% sold on them blacking it all out. I'm actually okay with them just doing more body color paint on that grille, right? Maybe getting rid of these wheels, because they're still pretty controversial to this day. But the reality is, a lot of the buyers today want their trucks more monochromatic, less chrome, and there should be a package to do that. Because the good news is, if you love the chrome, guess what? This truck is pretty heavily discounted. I mean, they have additional rebates to move the Denalis. Why? Because most people don't want the chrome. And that's why these trucks are sitting a lot more so compared to the Denali Ultimate, because you do have more of the Vader chrome on the truck, and it's a little bit easier to black out too. But all in all, I still think it's a good looking pickup. They should just do something a little different, and they probably should listen to me, just saying. Now, obviously with this truck being the highest trim level, you do get premium lighting standard, even down to a work truck. This truck also has front parking sensors, fog lights are LED, and this one has the front camera with a sprayer, functional hood scoop, and they're probably the only truck in the segment that still gives you chrome for recovery hooks, because Ford and Ram got rid of those on their highest trim level trucks with chrome. A little bit more chrome right here. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner ATs. It's going to be an LT 275/65/20, which is 34.1 inches tall, 10.8 inches wide, load range E, and they are 3-peak rated, 3,750 pounds of capacity, 80 PSI cold. You guys see the liner in there. GM is really good about that. Clearance lights. You can get these painted to match the truck on some trim levels. I would actually not be against them giving them to you in black painted, just saying. Some colors would probably look good with that too. Like this would, maybe not this color, but I would say maybe red with like a black painted fender flare would look pretty good. Power deployable running boards. They give you the perimeter lighting down below. You have some puddle lights and cameras. Smart key system. And this does have the standard bed, so 6 foot 10 inches. And this one also has that 36 gallon fuel tank, 7 gallon DEF. I didn't even check too, by the way. This is 3500. Some trucks have the max trailering package, so you can't just look at the suspension anymore because some of the 2500s have the same setup here. But 5 leaves in the main pack, that bottom leaf being a helper spring, and then you have 2 overloads right there. Liner. Yeah, these wheels are definitely very interesting. More steps built into the bumper. Full LED tail lights, Class 5 hitch. And of course that tailgate, which is a multi-pro, comes standard. Here's your spare tires. It's gonna be a Steely. You have a 342 rear with a locker. Wax coating. This coating actually looks really good on this truck, by the way, too. You have your camera provisions, 7-pin, and 5th wheel prep package, which is slightly behind the axle. Let's go ahead and step in too. You have that 4 and 7-pin. They used to stamp Denali here, or if you had an AT4, now they just do GMC for everything. There's your cameras, power sliding glass with defrost. And you have multiple tie downs, 3 on each corner. And then you have the 400 watts of power right there. The only thing I don't like about this tailgate is the cleanup process. You have to clean up all this stuff, and it really does accumulate dust over the course of time too. Now, most of you guys know I did do some upgrades to my Gen 2 L5P, which is this same engine. So I added the cold air intake, the turbo inlet, and boost tubes to my truck, all from Banks. I do have a promo code down below if you'd like to buy those products at a lower price. And what is so good about this Gen 2 L5P? Well, this does have an entirely new engine block casting, more robust, larger diameter crankshaft, increased connecting rod journal size. They did upgrade the turbocharger. The combustion is completely redone. Denso fuel pump and injector, so reliability for the fuel system is there. And it has 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. And that doesn't seem like a lot of power when you compare it to like Ford's high output. But one thing you have to understand is this: whenever you see 0 to 60 tests being done, whenever you see towing tests being done, this engine just somehow manages to keep up with the other two with more torque. And I really truly believe that's because GM lies about their power numbers. I think they're lying, personally. Or the other two are lying. I mean, somebody's lying, because GM just tends to just do better in the testing realm of things. But I like my engine. I think that if you're an avid diesel owner, you know how to do your maintenance, you know how to just keep your engine going strong, you won't have any problems. But I would just recommend running fuel additive, obviously, because the ultra low sulfur diesel is just not cutting it. I run a conventional oil for my truck. I just recommend staying with the 15W40. You can go to synthetic if you want, but depending on your climate, you may not be able to run that in the colder climates. So you do have the 5W40 available as well. But let's go ahead and check out this unique interior. Brownstone interior. Thoughts? It's definitely a unique color for sure. And it's something different too. I like the two-tone colors you get. Great stitching pattern too, by the way. You have the auto up and down front windows, auto down rear. You can put the mirrors in tow mode pretty easily and power fold them. They give you a little bit of satin around these knobs here, which I like. You have a 12-way seat, perforated leather. It says Denali right there. Now you have a manual operation for the tilt and telescoping steering wheel here. And then here's some of your controls for your full drive system, drive modes, lighting, electronic parking brake right there. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side real quickly. You know what Ford doesn't give you? A 12-way seat for the passenger side. It's like an 8-way seat, and you can adjust the front and the rear of this cushion on their seats. Don't know why they do that, but I like how the wood goes from this brown to this burnt effect here. Down below here, you guys will see that this has a 2,913 pound capacity for a camper for the bed. I'll show you the payload here in a second. You get these really nice floor mats too. Out back, they don't skimp out. Flat floor surface. This is a really nice interior color. I like the two-tone. It's just something different. You just get tired of black interiors. You get tired of tan interiors. And sometimes this gives you something new. Even the roof has like that darker color here. It's like a, I don't know what you even call that. I guess just call it brown. I mean, this is lighter brown, this is darker brown. And LED interior lights. This has a sunroof. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. So 12-inch screen, 13.4. They had the largest screen for the longest time until Ram came out with their 14.5-inch display. Up here, you have that 4K camera. Ford does not offer that. HomeLink is conveniently listed up there. You have 3 remotes that you can add. You can control the sunroof and that rear sliding glass. Here's your vanities, same for both sides. And if you put it in reverse, you guys will see the camera system. You have that 360 bed view. You also have these top views. You can turn off the 360 really easily too, by the way. You can zoom into your conventional hitch. This is customizable too, and this as well is customizable. So if you want to put in your cameras, you have an option to do that. Your trailer mode is here, so if you want to add multiple trailers, you have that option. Love the split screen on this side. I like my system. I think that this is the easiest one to use. I love that they give you hard buttons for your climate and for your seats. Once they add these to the screen, I'm probably going to stop buying newer trucks for sure. I like my buttons on the outside. I've always loved that. You have 2 USBs, a little bit of storage, your trailer brake. I find that this is a convenient spot because, you know, when you have an HD truck, you don't need both hands on the wheel. Now, you're supposed to use both hands on the wheel, but I could always leave my hand down here because I feel comfortable doing that. So if I ever have to pull this, it's really easy to learn where it's at. Here's that center armrest. It is Denali. You have that perforated leather with the wrinkle leather effect right there. You have a 120 volt power plug, 2 USBs, wireless charger. Yeah, I think that GM has one of the best trucks on the market. They just need a little bit of work, I think. I think that there's some stuff that they can do to really bring their trucks to the forefront. And yeah, they're the price leader for sure. Like when you think about what you get in this truck, the availability of features and really just the size of this truck. Like they have one of the biggest cabs in the segment, right? And they have the biggest bed for standard bed in the segment. And they're priced pretty much right in between the two. So I think that GM is just really killing it right now. Let's go and check out the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,600 pounds. The rear is 7,250 pounds. GVWR is 12,100 pounds. And the wheels are 20 by 8.5 wide. All-in payload is 3,663 pounds. Gross combined weight rating is 30,000 pounds. And this truck, I mean, it's pretty heavy, 8,437 pounds on the curb, 20,000 pound conventional towing, 21.6 for Gooseneck. And then here's that yellow sticker showing you the tire pressure, 60 in the front, 80 in the rear. Hope you guys liked the video. As I said earlier, this is still a nice truck. And if you love the chrome, man, you can get the best deal on the Denali right now. They have additional rebates that the other top trim levels don't even have, simply because they have more of this in inventory. So best time to buy a Denali right now.